This is the Tree of Life, Season 9, Chapter 8. In this episode, we will be elaborating on Season 9, Chapter 7. Specifically, we will be exploring nonlinearity from the standpoint of the relativism of parsimony. To start out, in the last episode, we discussed how parsimony may eliminate path convolution from the perspective of one actor, but retain it from the perspective of another. In other words, the convolution in the path of an actor is a product not of some objective parsimony, but is relative to the individual actor's emotional continuity. Likewise, we also discussed how one actor's spatial path convolution may be favored by parsimony, from the perspective of the conjoined consensuality, whilst may be severed from the perspective of the other actor. This occurs due to what I previously called nonlinear displacement events for the second actor. I can hypothesize that the frequency with which an individual feels reflexively may be the determining factor in the degree of spatial convolution permitted within their path, from the standpoint of parsimony. This means that, for example, the person who experiences emotions at a faster rate may be allocated a greater degree of emotional expression resulting from path convolution than an actor who experiences emotions at a slower rate. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are seated in a restaurant with some friend. Suppose you have a six-sided dice in front of you. You are betting on what side will come up. You experience emotions at a rate of 1, relatively, whilst your friend experiences emotions at a rate of 1,000, relatively. In other words, when you roll that die one time, you have an emotional reaction to it. But your friend experiences 1,000 rolls of the die for each one you experience. Only you remember a single roll of the dice. If his perspective is favored by parsimony, then everyone else in the room remembers 1,000 rolls of the dice as well. That's the end of the podcast for today.